I always dream about these fossils. And every time I come on the beach, it's like my first day.
These fossilized tree trunks have been lying here beneath the waves since the age of the dinosaurs, over 80 million years ago. They form part of a unique fossil formation, the earliest Upper Cretaceous deposits known to man.
You can see the tree trunk starting from there, goes all the way with the grains.
And for almost half a century, Mbotho has been the guardian of these fossils. 80 million years ago, the Earth was a very different place. Climate was warmer, dense forest covered most of the land, even at the polar regions. These waters were home to giant clams and ammonites, and the Zamba fossil beds give us a glimpse into that world. Our story of Benny and the fossils starts early on a Monday morning as we make our way to a small coastal village just a stone's throw away from the KwaZulu-Natal Eastern Cape border.
I was born here and I grown up in a couple of places around South Africa like Durban, Eastern Cape and Cape Town. But I was always dreaming about this little village of mine.
We arrived just in time for breakfast.
Goats are one of the traditional animals. That is why I like to keep them. And I don't slaughter them, but I know even when I'm with the goats here in the house, my ancestors are happy. You can slaughter a cow, maybe 5 cows for your event, but if you forgot to bring the goat first, it doesn't work out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Does your wife like the goats?
She loves them.
Okay. Benny is an electrician and musician, but his real passion is for the natural environment, sharing his knowledge and experiences with everyone, from tourists to learners in the local schools.
It's all about teaching the children how to look after some environmental things that are very important to us, like trees and stuff. Because we black people, the women, when they look at the plants, they look at the firewoods. They chop everything down. So what is important to children is to teach them about the indigenous stuff, that they must look after it, because once we lose it, we don't have any.
Benny's love for the environment comes from his grandmother, and she was the one who first introduced him to the fossils on the beach, just a few kilometers south of the village.
She told me a lot, and he used to even shout to people that are breaking up with fossils on the beach when I go with her to the beach. Bye-bye, Mom and kids. Bye. See you later when I come from work.
Thank you. Today's work for Benny is taking us on a tour of the fossils along the coast. But because we need to wait for low tide to explore the shore properly, Benny takes us on a bit of a side quest.
They are called Zamba fossils because of this river.
This river that we are seeing now?
Yeah, it's
this
Zamba
is the Zamba River?
Yeah.
Okay.
Benny has many happy memories of this place.
We used to bring the cackles down there, and we know they're not going to go out. We play around and we fish around, and later on in the afternoon, we fetch them back home.
And if this gorge looks somewhat familiar, it's because you've probably seen it in one of the many productions that have been filmed here over the last decade.
Starting from Blood Diamond, Man to Man, Survivors, lots and lost.
Wow.
And the last one to be filmed here was 𝗶𝗵𝗵 Shaka Zulu.
Wow.
Are you saying that we are standing where Leonardo DiCaprio was standing?
Yeah.
I love you, Benny, for bringing me here. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's just after 1 when we make our way to the beach where the Zamba River meets the ocean.
From this river, we're walking straight to the fossils.
Okay.
It's hot, and this morning's breeze has turned into a gusty northeasterly.
Well, I must say, I like your office. This is a good office to have, Benny. Not bad.
Yes.
Benny points out one of the first fossils discovered in 1824.
And looks exactly like a rock, but when you take a nice look, you can see where the tree trunk is.
Yes, yes.
This entire stretch of beach is dotted with the remains of trees from Central African forests that washed down the rivers and were eventually fossilized here. They date back to a time known as the Late Cretaceous epoch, an era that lasted around 34 million years. Sea levels were over 200 meters higher than today, and the continents were flooded with marine waters. Shelled cephalopods, distant relatives of modern-day squid and octopi known as ammonites, lived in the shallow oceans. Their fossilized shells are found across the world, even here at Zamba Beach.
Look at this baby ammonite.
I can see it. Oh my gosh.
Ancient seas were once teeming with these marine predators,
That one is not even very big.
and scientists have identified over 10,000 species of varying shapes and sizes. Many of the bigger ammonites are buried under the sand as the landscape here is changing.
I think it's all about the sand erosion from inland.
I was just about to say, is it a bigger issue?
Yes, the land erosion has become a great issue, more especially far inland.
The siltation of rivers means that a lot more sand ends up on the beach, but Benny is prepared to dig, even in this wind.
As soon as I open it, you will view it because the wind is going to cover it up again.
Okay.
These ocean-dwelling mollusks became extinct along with the dinosaurs about 66 million years ago.
The ammonites are one of the very important index fossils that help the scientists to determine the rock age.
How big is it?
Bigger than the other one.
Because ammonites are abundant and widespread, they can help to date other fossils found in the same marine rock layers.
Here we go.
It is big.
Starts from here, goes all the way to here.
After a little more than an hour on the beach, we are fully sandblasted. But Benny has the perfect spot for us to escape the wind for a bit.
Claire,
Yeah.
welcome to the Zamba caves.
These might look like ordinary beach caves, but if you know what to look for, they too tell a story of a forgotten time.
The wall there, you can see the white marks or lines. Those are the clam shell. The rest of it is got broken out, but the rest of it is still pushed inside.
These clams were several meters in diameter, and right next to them, a fossilized sea turtle.
This is the tail side, and the rest of the turtle. Then you can see the head squashed on the wall with the eye socket.
Over the past 50 years, Benny has seen many changes here.
You can see the roof of cave is made out of fossils. And then here somebody was trying to steal my ammonite, and he failed to take them out.
Even though this is a protected area and a natural heritage site, unscrupulous visitors still remove fossils illegally.
Wow.
It's impossible for Benny to guard them full time.
When maybe I die, I would like to be buried here on top of the caves here. So then I can look after for these caves 24 hours.
Even in the afterlife.
Yeah.
This is a very beautiful home.
Yeah. To me, being a tourist guide is all about making sure all the beautiful things that God have gave to us, we will keep them forever.
The sun is setting and the tide is coming in. Soon, our footprints will be washed away. I wonder how many other treasures are hidden below the sand and the waves.